Hello everyone, and welcome to the final team selection video for Forged in Fire of the season as we go into our final game week. Um, Please, as I know I've been working hard making these videos, if you could maybe give me a little reward and hit the subscribe button if you're watching this, that would help me out a lot. Um, I do plan on doing a video to culminate the final week as well, but this will be my last team selection video, so last few chances to start to build a base. So hopefully for a more successful and followed next or second season of my fantasy, third season of the Canadian Premier League. But going on, I'm pretty sure I can fully admit that I will not be winning the league this year, unfortunately, as close as I've been at some points, all the way as close as fourth. The last 2 weeks have not ended too great, and I think I sit about 51 points behind the leader right now. So I'm sure crazier things have happened in the world than something like that happening, but it would take something pretty crazy in order for me to take this title this year. And who knows if it's even possible, depending on how many similar players people are going to have, only being able to choose between players from two teams. Anyway, I hope you checked out the final week wildcard tips video, as that might help you build your team. And you might see how my team kind of reflects that a bit. But first, we're going to recover last week, which started really good. I was coming into the week around, I think, in the mid 20s or early 20s, something like that. And I moved up to 14th because of Ford's strong win. I got 2 clean sheets through Crutzen and Henry. And then I got a Becker assist and single point clean sheets for my 3 midfielders. Everyone that I picked did play. Sabak ended up getting the captaincy. He was picked as vice captain originally, but a certain amount of Halifax rotation led to Garcia, my original captain, not playing, so he lost the armband there. And although that Forge game went well, it really ruined the rest of the week. Expect for that second game of the Halifax Pacific game, because once Stephen Hart saw that his team was through, it was time to give the top guns some rest, mostly meaning Garcia and anyone that could stop the ball from going into the net, really. The 2 defenders that I had for Halifax did not do very good. The final score of that game was 5-0 in favor of Pacific, so my defenders that played, they all lost at least 2 points, if not more, if they got carded. It was just a real train wreck because obviously through Forge success, my cavalry players didn't do anything. And then in case you didn't see the transfers, the 2 players that I transferred out, 2 of them, were Bustos, 2 goals, 2 assists, and Blasco, a goal. So just the wrong transfer moves this week. I thought that Pacific, being the only team coming into this that didn't have anything to play for, was going to do worse, and Halifax thought, and I guess I just didn't take into consideration how little this game would mean, I guess, for Halifax if Forge won. And ultimately, Pacific was there playing for pride, and Halifax was literally there to rest players. So I'd say overall, when that game started, probably Pacific actually had more to play for than Halifax did there. But the only thing is, as far as Halifax goes, do you really want to lose a 5-0 game going to the final? I don't think that looks good, and I don't think that bodes well for confidence. So we'll see what happens there. As a Forge fan, I'm excited for the final. Really happy my team's in it. And as I don't really think I have much of a shot of winning the fantasy league anymore, I'll definitely be cheering them on regardless of who's scoring or not. But I do still want a decent rank to finish off. Just recapping the scores, it was a 1-0 win for Forge over Cavalry, 5-0 Pacific over Halifax. Crazy win there. All right, going forward to the team. So, Canadian Premier League Fantasy gave us another wild card as some more teams were eliminated. And this is what my team ends out now. The only thing really that I'm not sure of, I think I'm set on the players that I want. The thing that I'm not really that sure of yet is my captaincy. And probably there's a lot of people saying I'd be kind of crazy captaining Grant. Hasn't really done too much so far. But if I'm going to have any chance of coming at the top or near the top in this, I need something that no one else is going to have in order to happen. And the reason that I think Grant might be that choice is because, one, he's a defender. His goals count as 6 each time. And he's playing high left or high up the left side, so he's playing close to goal, near where many strikers play. And he also has the potential for a clean sheet. So there's not even a guarantee that he plays with Bobby Smiriotis' rotation. I'm just thinking, like, if I'm legitimately still trying to finish high, this might be my only chance. I could do more of a maintenance pick and pick either Becker, Crutzen, or Sabak. I'm picking based off of I do think Forge is going to win this game. Halifax has had a really good tournament, but I just think Forge has that consistency. They're coming off of a win against their big rival. Um, I don't know, like I don't think it'll be a blowout by any means, but I do think Forge is going to take this. But yeah, I think Grant started first game of the season. First game of the season. He's also played in the most important game up until now against Cavalry. I do think he's going to get that start. But keeping Henry costs less than Oxner, and he's just been gaining value for me, so I'm keeping him. You just have to have Crutzen now, and Shawley's been the best defender for Halifax by the looks of things, and then Grant with the captaincy. I think I'm going to be captaining either Grant or Crutzen, a defender, because both of them have the potential for attacking returns and clean sheet points there. We got Becker and Sabako I've had most of the season. Same reasons as before. Becker finds his ways to get attacking returns, and Sabak plays high up there, and I'm sure he will start in this final game because neither coach is going to be holding things back. And then as far as my midfield for Halifax, I took Rampersad. I don't even know too much about the Halifax midfield so much. They're probably one of the teams, despite making it this far, that I still know the least about, aside from their attack and keeper. But Sissoko is a cheaper option, and Rampersad's one that I always hear on the ball in the play, so that's why I'm taking him. And I think the strikers are pretty clear, aside from Novak. Novak seemed to be the favorite option throughout the season, but Babuli is coming off being chosen for the biggest game and scoring a goal in it. I just don't really have the funds to put in Babuli over Novak, so I kind of am forced to go with Novak. I know that if Novak doesn't start, he'll see the field at some point. So I kind of have to go with him because I don't want to go with 3 Halifax attack when most of me doesn't even want them to score once. So some people might go Garcia, Morelli, Marshall. You have to have the Golden Boot leader just because he scored against Forge in the other 2 games they played against each other. Morelli's been his right-hand man doing damage. So I have to have both of them, and I have to pick one of the Forge players, and just Novak fits the budget while Babuli doesn't right now. So I don't know, one thing, maybe to get some community involvement, let me know. What do you think about Grant being a good captain choice? Too risky? Dumb idea? Do you agree with it and agree with the reason behind it? Let me know in the comments below. And thanks for those following along this year so far. I appreciate Canadian Premier League Fantasy for posting my videos, trying to get people involved. I imagine it's kind of slow for most people starting up a YouTube channel, and I hope it does grow over time. And I look forward to doing the last video after this game week and for the new season to start. It's a long wait, unfortunately, in Canada soccer because we can't play through a winter, really. But yeah, that's how it's gonna go. Wish me the best of luck in the final game week, and best of luck to those left. Oh, sorry, I just forgot to mention the bench. The reason that these players probably won't see the field, I just wanted to put as much money as I could in the starting 11, which is what I said in the other video as well. So that's why I have players from teams that are already eliminated. I just tried to pick 10K options so I could put as much money as I could up here, and I do still have 25K left, so you know what, maybe I'll switch those out for some players that are maybe more likely to get some time, but they won't really change who's going to be in my starting 11. So, hope you enjoyed that. Please hit the like button, subscribe, and follow my Instagram and Twitter accounts. And yeah, it's been an enjoyable season, and I hope Forge repeat as champions. Take care.